Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field for Northeastern Conference Girls Soccer. Lynn Classical, they're a MASH unit. Coach Senna, in his first year, I talked to him, kidding. I said, "You must be a real jinx." He took over the program. He does a good job. The kids love him. He loves the kids. He's great for the program. But now he's going to fight through a host of people that are out. You know, he's got, I think one of the Manions, Mary Collins, Chloe Kebrew, Hannah Guthrie, all out. And it's like a MASH unit. I think he's got 6 or 7 players that are varsity players who are not playing in this game. They bang it out off. It was Kathleen Manning, they banged it off him. So now Kebrew is usually a deep center fielder, and with her not in, you have to change up, move people around. So on top of having people hurt, you got people playing positions that they don't normally play. Anna Flaherty is in net for Classical. Shelby Doucette for Peabody, and Peabody comes in at 2 and 4. Usually one of the better teams in the conference. Bounces loose. Peabody trying to keep it alive. It gets knocked back. And hustling, and finally get knocked out. And they call it off Classical. I think it was Medeiros that it went off of. And again, I apologize right off the bat. And it happens for a lot of the Lynn teams. The uniforms they have, you can't read the numbers. Sometimes, even Classical, when they're right in front of us, it's hard to pick up because they got the dark green jerseys with the dark gold numbers. And it's not just Classical. A couple of the boys' teams, St. Mary's girls. Classical trying to get control. Can't. Peabody keeping it in the Classical end. Coach Desroches, I mentioned Coach Shana for Classical. Coach Desroches for Peabody. And as I mentioned, they're usually one of the better teams in the conference. But this year they're a little bit down. And obviously it has to happen. You can't have, state contenders every year. Kids graduate, hard to replace those major players. You're blessed sometimes to have a couple of very good players. When they graduate, you don't automatically bring in a couple more. And especially in Lynn, it's especially difficult in Lynn. They knock it deep, and Doucette will come out and play it and kick it away. But in Lynn, you got 5 high schools with Kip, all playing here at Manning, but all drawing students. And that really spreads the talent out. And then, of course, you got some of the athletes going to, boys and girls going to Fenwick, boys going to the prep. Some male and young women going maybe to Catholic Memorial. So it's really spread around. Austin Prep has some people from Lynn. So it's not the easiest thing in the world, year in and year out. You're lucky when you get those couple of good athletes, and you can have it. Bishopville got those great softball teams under Bud Henry for 10, 11 years, and then all of a sudden, it went south. English has some teams that qualified for the state tournament year in and year out. Now they have trouble drawing people playing softball and winning games. And even Fenwick now, softball-wise, not doing as well as they did under Bud Henry back then. And peaks and valleys. You just hope the peaks are a lot more than the valleys. Battling going on the side. Glasgow gets a foot on it. Peabody starting it back down the far side. Trying to center it. It skips past. They tip it ahead, trying to set it up. It was bouncing up almost knee high. They were trying to wait for it to settle down so they could get a good clear shot, and it never really did. So they just got a little kind of a pop trying to get it to the net. Shot goes wide. Peabody coming right back. Broken up. Nice job by Mannion. Peabody knocks it right back. That's Carenti kicking it away. Peabody's shot goes over everybody, and they call Peabody offside. They were breaking in from the far side. They were way behind everybody coming down that far side. And Flaherty will kick it away. Peabody took it away. And they take it away again. They got it back on the classical end. In the middle. Shot blocked nicely. I think that was Page with the block. Pop to the net. Flaherty caught it, dropped it, just picked it up with two white shirts bearing down on her. And she'll kick it away. Yeah, we're going to get Peabody for a call of making contact with Classical on that high pop fly. Mannion, Kathleen Mannion, will kick it away. Peabody takes it right back to the Classical end, down that far side. Couldn't keep it in play. Classical will get the throw in. Just about the Classical bench. to the near side, cutting it to the middle. Looking to take the shot, pops it wide right, it's going to go out of play. I think that's Bridget O'Connell. I can't really see her number because she's got a ponytail that goes all the way down her back. Flaherty will kick it away. Skips past. Medeiros knocks it into the Peabody end and got knocked down for her efforts. And she got knocked down, and the play went on, but then they blew the whistle and brought it back a couple of seconds later. So they called the knockdown. Mannion kicks it away. Peabody will track it down. Classical takes it away. Peabody takes it back. Nice little shift. They get it back on the Classical end. It's been here most of the time. Shot from long range, went off a foot. Out of play. Peabody with the first corner kick. Going to come from the near side. And Classical picks it off. Can't knock it away. It got blocked. Peabody gets it back. Trying to get it to the net. And Peabody was offside. They were behind everybody in front of the net. Flaherty will kick it away. Peabody knocks it down. Classical trying to get control. They do. Pushing it ahead. Peabody controls. They get it to the middle. And they try to tip it. And Brene Craviero tipped it too far and it went out of play off Peabody. Correnti with the throw in. Tipped up. Banged around. Nobody can get control of it. Peabody finally does. Peabody trying to center it at the side of the net. Flaherty knocked it down. She was scrambling so it wouldn't go out of play, and she fell on it and kept it in play. And she'll kick it away. Good job by Anna Flaherty. Trying to get it in the middle. Blocked and knocked away. Peabody picks off the pass. Down the near side. Trying to line up a shot. Tipped. Flaherty just got a piece of it, and it went off the top crossbar. And now the skirmish in front, I think it was Page, fell down, just touched it with her foot and tipped it to Flaherty. That was Bridget O'Connor with almost a perfect shot. It looked like it was going under the top crossbar. Flaherty went up, just barely touched it. It hit the crossbar, bounced out in front. It was loose. And it looked like, it looked like Paige was almost down on the turf, and she just touched it with her foot, and enough to get it to Flaherty, who could fall on it and hold on to it. Peabody came that close to getting out in front as the kick goes out of play. Very nice save by Flaherty. Just tipped it, knocked it off the middle of the top post. Peabody's going to get a corner kick coming from the far side. They got a ball boy on the other side, but they don't give him a second ball. All he's doing is chasing the one ball. So they're not putting a ball in play while he chases the other one. He only has the one that's in play. Peabody tipped it. They throw it across too far. They knock it all the way back. From long range. Good job by Flaherty. She didn't come out to try and get it. She backed up so she could play it on a hop. Good job by the goalie. Playing well early. Tipped toward the net. Flaherty comes out and gets it. Everything has been Peabody in the classical end so far. Classical hasn't had it very often. At least the ball boy on this side has a ball. He can throw it in and go get the one knocked out of play. Peabody right back at it. Classical back on their heels, playing defense. Knocked ahead. Coming out of the net is Doucette to knock it away. Knocked away. Peabody takes it back. Shot, popped up, wide right. Again, off the foot of Bridget O'Connell. This is not a young Peabody team. They got 12 seniors. And staying in the classical end. And now they call contact. Peabody trying to get around. Classical gave him a little bit of a bump. Mannion will kick it away. And it goes into the Peabody bench area. Peabody bench has not sat down. Everybody over there is standing up. They missed knocking it away. Bodies go down. They take the shot. They miss it wide right. Barry's getting a lot of work kicking the ball out. And back in the classical end, deep. Peabody trying to center it. They get the shot off, blocked, cleared away. Again, that was Page, I think. Little give and go. And we got a knockdown. And that's going to give Peabody a free kick from around the 15-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 12. So a scoring opportunity. Jordan Collins. It hit the post and went out. It went right by everybody. It hit the near post and deflected out. A huge break for the Lady Rams. I don't think Flaherty even saw that shot. Her vision was blocked. That was a low, almost like a ground ball, not a line drive, that skipped past everybody. Nice job by Izzy McGaughey taking it away. Down the near side. Trying to throw it in front. Couldn't connect. Good effort by McGaughey. And Peabody takes it right back in the classical end. Bodies go down. No, Peabody's looking for a call. They don't get it. Peabody keeps it in. Take the shot from long range over the net. I already got a good look at that one. Watched it float high over the net and out of play. Well past the halfway mark of this first period, and it's virtually been all Peabody with territorial-wise as they knock it out of play. They've had a couple of shots. One big save by Flaherty, getting a piece, knocking it over ahead and off the top crossbar. And then that free kick hit the near post on the perfect side as far as Classical was concerned, the outside part of the near post. Classical almost gave that one away. They knock it deep. Peabody is back there to collect. And it goes out off Peabody. So we're still scoreless here in the first half. We've got a little less than 17 minutes left in this first half. No score, Classical and Peabody. We got a timeout down in the field. Peabody again, right back at it, trying to center it. They got a foot on it. Classical will knock it away. Popped in the air. And I guess when she caught it, it was already out of play because they could give Classical the throw in from the far side. Popping it to the near side, looking for a break. I've only been down here once, this deep. Peabody knocks it out. Classical will get their first throw in down deep here. It'll be Carenti. Eva Carenti throwing it in. Out off Classical. Maybe pushing it back. Classical trying to take it away. They call Classical for the contact. Peabody will get the free kick and he'll get it back on the Classical end. Okay. Peabody got a head on it, loose, nobody can get control. Now Peabody does. They get it to the middle, trying to split a couple of defenders, partially blocked, they get it back. Nice save. Tremendous save. That was ticketed inside the near post. She beat a couple of defenders and drilled it. And Flaherty made a terrific save. They're giving Peabody a corner kick because it went up the end line, but they'd rather give him that than a goal. They got the head on it, and then one of the defenders out in front, Peabody got a second chance. The defender knocked it away, and then Glasgow finally knocked it away. And we got a takedown. Glasgow's going to get called. Could this be a penalty kick? That's a shame. That was inadvertent. Couldn't happen. Now they're going to give Peabody a penalty kick. Flaherty almost made the save. It just snuck in. She got a hand on it. A name well known to people in Peabody, Haley Lamastny, got the goal. And that breaks the 0-0 tie. All that pressure by Peabody finally pays off. And that's a tough call because both players are going for the ball. They're both reaching for it. And it wasn't like coming from behind, pushing her, knocking her down. It was reaching for the ball. And instead of getting the ball, they got a foot, and it wound up with a trip. Flaherty with another nice save. I think it was Ava D'Ambrosio with that shot. She got the shot before that Flaherty made a big-time save on. She's been outstanding in net. And here comes Peabody again. Shot from long range. Flaherty gets a good look at it, plays it on a hop, and she'll kick it away. But again, the penalty kick, it's a tough way to give a team an advantage because 99.9% of the time, you're going to score. It's very seldom that the goaltender is able to stop because they're guiding, as I always call it, the Grand Canyon. Very difficult to stop one-on-one. And she almost did. Flaherty got a hand on it. The only thing a goaltender can do is guess which way the shooter's going to go. And just hope she guesses right. Peabody trying to center it. Flaherty goes up. Well, right on the net. It was a good shot from the far side. That was going in the net. Flaherty made another nice save. Peabody could have 3 or 4 goals already. Peabody can't keep it in. They knock it out. Coming up on 10 minutes left in this first half. The penalty kick has given Peabody a 1-0 lead. Shot wide left, but Flaherty made sure she went out and got it. Young Flaherty, I think, if I'm correct, I hope I am, I think she's a freshman. She's one of the better goaltenders I've seen in the conference. Glasgow knocked it out. It'll be a corner kick for Peabody from the far side. They must have heard me. They gave the ball boy on the other side a second ball. Out in front, loose. And Peabody got a foot on it. It bounced high enough that they had to reach up almost waist high or even higher to try and tip that in. And all they could do was pull it wide and knock it out of play. But they were close again on that corner kick. Flaherty drills it away. Peabody heads it back. Bumping and banging going on. They're going to call it against Peabody. Mannion will kick it away. Mannion broke it up. Peabody gets it back. Trying to knock it deep. They knock it out. Glasgow from just in front of the Glasgow bench will get the throw in. Correnti blocked it. Peabody kept it in. Pass down that far side. Defender and player all coming together. And they're talking to the Peabody player for some reason. She doesn't want to listen. She was walking away. They stopped her. And she's just walking away again. The Peabody player was coming in and actually looked like it went off her knee or her leg and deflected right to Flaherty. I don't know if I didn't see what she did, whether she kept going and trying to knock it away from Flaherty or what, but the official went over, trying to talk to her. She just walked away. He went and got her and said, "No, stay here while I talk to you." Correnti got a foot on it. Couldn't knock it away. They get around. Broken up. Peabody takes the shot and knocked it home. Flaherty went to go get it. It was over her head into the far corner. Number 4? Yeah. Yeah. Number 4. Okay. Asia Elamonte got that goal. That's a big one. pushes it to 2-0. It was just a rifle shot. Flaherty had to go way to her left. She stretched and just couldn't get there, as it just got under the top crossbar inside the far post. A very hard shot by Alamonte. And Peabody stretched that lead to 2-0. Lasko keeping it in, coming down the far side. That was Ava Thurman. Carenti will get the throw in. Zero for a long time. That penalty kick got Peabody on the board. And now they come back with a rocket of a shot from Alamonte. And they've grabbed a 2-0 lead. And Classical has to try and generate some offense. They haven't come close to getting a shot. So one good effort. McGaughey made a great rush down the near side. She only had one person with her and couldn't make the pass out to the middle. And that's basically been it. They haven't got a shot on net yet, or even close. Tip to the far side. Peabody gets there. Try to throw it in front. It went in the net from almost an impossible angle. In the end zone, way down the far side, ripped it, and it went in under the top crossbar, inside the near post, and it's 3-0 Peabody. Huh? 16? What? Right here in front of us right now. Difficult to pick up that goal that was scored, because as soon as she scored, there's a bunch of people running all around us. We think it was Jordan Collins. But what a shot and a half. That's an ESPN highlight. She was like on a straight line from the far end toward the net. She just hit a line drive that looked like it was going by everything. And all of a sudden, under the top crossbar, inside the near post, which is the far post from where she shot it from, but the near post that you're looking at, and it just caught underneath and went in the net. What an outstanding goal. He knocks it into the Classical bench area. As we're coming up on 2 minutes left in this first half. And this second half of the first half has been big for Peabody. Started with that penalty kick and has grown into a 3-0 lead. Haskell got knocked down, no call. Now bodies go down. 2 bodies go down.
9-4-12.
And they're talking to the Peabody player. I think Klaus was at the free kick. I don't know if they sent The Peabody player to the bench. Classical will kick it away. They kick it from the 40-yard line. The two players went down at midfield. Classical knocked it out. Knocked out by Peabody. And knocked out by Peabody again. Time winding down in this first half. For Coach Shannon, there's really not much he can do when you 4 or 5 of your best players are sitting on the bench with him and can't play. It skipped past Classical. Peabody knocks it deep. They get around the shot. Probably would have missed the net, but Flaherty wanted to make sure she went out and got it, caught it. She'll kick it away. They blow the whistle, and that's going to do it for the half. So it was 0-0. Classical was just playing defense most of the half. Peabody had, in the Classical end, probably 99% of the time, playing without some of their better players. And they just couldn't do anything offensively. Peabody just kept the pressure on. They finally got a penalty kick. They added 2 more. And at halftime, it's Peabody 3, Classical nothing. Welcome back to Manning Field as we're getting set to start the second half. And the second half of the first half was big for Peabody as they put 3 goals on the board. And they've jumped out to a 3-0 lead in this Northeastern Conference girls matchup. Again, Coach Shannon for Classical can just grin and bear it. He loves his kids. I think they love him as well. But there's not much you can do when you've got 4 or 5 of your best players sitting next to you on the bench. It's got to be in a game like this, you got to look over and say, I wish I had her out here. I wish she was out here. I'm not sure what the whistle was for. Something happened. We're going to have one of those, like setters in hockey, face-offs. I don't know how that came about. They knock it loose. Peabody gets it. Knocked away in front by Classical. And did it go out? It went out anyway, but if she saved it from going over the end line, it won't be a corner kick. If she didn't, Peabody's going to get a corner kick from the far side, and that's what it's going to be. She was trying to kick it out of play before it went across the end line, and she couldn't. So Peabody gets a corner kick from the far side. Loose out in front, knocked away. Peabody tried to line something up, couldn't get a foot on it. Classical will clear it away and knock it out. Peabody squeezes through, takes the shot out in front. Knocked away just as they were lining up a shot. Classical got a foot on it and knocked it away. Now it goes out. And they're calling it off Classical. Mannion can't clear it. Peabody knocking it to the net. Almost got knocked in. it went off the foot of Carenti and deflected. Good thing Flaherty was right there. That was going to get tipped in by Carenti. They knock it out off Classical. Haskell kicks it out. Haskell breaks it up. They take it away. Upfield, Peabody picks it off and knocks it back the other way. Peabody trying to walk in. Shot got misfired, wound up in the middle of the field. Now they have it down the near side, trying to center it in front. They swung and missed. Flaherty got a piece of it. It's loose again. Flaherty got a piece and knocked it out. And then the defense got a piece and knocked it away. And now it finally goes out of play. Boy, that was bouncing all over the place. Flaherty made the save. Peabody got a piece of it. Couldn't really get a shot. I just kind of tipped it. One of the defenders blocked it. Peabody trying to knock it in. It finally went out across the end line, and it went out off Peabody. Mannion got taken down. The kick from the near side sailed high and wide over the net and out of play. That was close to being a goal, and he probably should have had a call on taking Mannion down. Flaherty will kick it away. They knock it deep. Peabody took it away. They knock it deep, they can't keep it in. It goes out of play. Also trying to knock it deep. Yeah, we got a takedown. Peabody knocked Classical down. Classical get a free kick. This first half, this half so far, they haven't had the ball in the Peabody end that long. Mannion will take the kick from the 35-yard line. Peabody knocks it away. And they couldn't keep it in. Went into the Classical bench area. Have to wait for a sub before they throw it in. And Peabody knocks it out again. And I guess there was contact on the play because they're going to get a kick. I thought it just went out. Trying to set it up to get a shot. Peabody blocked it and knocked it away. And they knock it a little bit deeper. Now they have it back as Manning gets run over again. Broken up. That's going to go off Peabody into the Peabody bench area. I guess the Peabody bench just doesn't sit down. They've been standing through the whole game. Also, how teams will stand, like in basketball, they stand up until the first basket. I know people stand for the first goal. They got 3 in the first half, but they're just content to just stand. Mannion booted it away. Everybody trying to get ahead on it. Peabody finally gets a little turnaround kick. They were just spinning around, half looking at the net. Punched it wide right. It bounces away. Classical finally gets it. Peabody knocks it back. From long range, making the basket catch, and the good thing she did, there was a Peabody player bearing down on Anna Flaherty, and she'll kick it away. Now she's going to just throw it up. Haskell knocking it deep, and we got a collision. 2 players went down. They're going to call it on Peabody. Haskell gets the free kick from the Peabody 45. Haskell knocked it down. He couldn't line up a shot. Peabody clears it away. Trying to knock it deep. Klasko broke it up. Peabody gets it back. Lead pass. Flaherty will come out and get it. He had the player on the far side break to the net, threw the pass way ahead. Flaherty was there early enough to go get it and kick it away. Haskell kind of pushes it off to the far side. Peabody trying to keep it in. They do, but Klasko is there to knock it away. Now they bang it off. Peabody out of play. Substitution for the Lady Rams. I think that's Mackenzie Shea coming in. As Flaherty will kick it away. Again, Flaherty will kick it away. Broken up. Trying to knock it deep. Peavy's there to knock it back. Hey, knock it too far. Went out of play. So tipped it, couldn't knock it away. Peabody shot sliced off to the far side. Battling going on. And they're going to look like Looked like Carenti knocked the girl down, but Peabody was the player that went down, but she was leaning all over Carenti, trying to get around her to get a piece of the ball, and Flaherty will kick it away. They knock it off Peabody. Off Classical. Classical winds up kicking it out. People get the throw in down deep. Deflected off a foot, rolled in to the net or the side of the net. Flaherty picks it up, boots it away. Classical has just spent the entire game so far just trying to keep Peabody off the board. They haven't had anything close to what resemble an offensive play. They've got it very seldom in the Peabody end, and when they do, it gets right back out of there in the Classical end. Skips past. Classical picked it off. Peabody blocked the centering pass. Peabody headed it away. Peabody gets there first and knocks it away. They got there before Thurman did. Now it goes out, and it goes out off Classical. Peabody will kick it away. Classical took it away. Nice job. They try to go around. Shot. Flaherty gets a good look at it. Makes the save. She'll kick it away again. She's been very active. Peabody has put so much pressure on. She's seen a lot of soccer balls coming at her. Score is 3-0. Peabody could very easily be 6 or 7. She's made some big time saves. Classical will get to kick it away. They call Peabody offside. Off Classical, Peabody takes it away. Mannion picked off the centering pass. Thurman looking for it. Tips it ahead. I think that's Mackenzie Shea trying to get there. Couldn't. It went out. Classical will make a couple of substitutions. Every time Classical tries to get it upfield, they make the pass, and it's just a little bit shy. And just can't get the pass, and Peabody is able to get a foot on it and knock it away and bring it back the other way. Now we'll use that right foot again. It's getting a lot of work. I was wondering if they were going to catch that. The ball bounced up, and the Peabody player reached and picked it with her hand, and then went after it. For a minute, I thought they weren't going to see it. They gave Classical a free kick, and there's Peabody knocking it away, taking it away. Classical breaks it up. Classical gets around, trying to walk in. Shot. Flaherty made the save. And a shot hopped her. She blocked it, knocked it down. She was virtually on her knees. Quickly grabbed it, fell on it, so nobody could get a second opportunity. And she boots it away. Flaherty couldn't get up high enough. Over Flaherty's head into the back of the net. All that pressure again. Finally paid off. I think that was Bridget O'Connell. Standing on the 35-yard line. The long ponytail.
Yeah. Trying to figure.
Now she's coming right toward us at the 25-yard line. Turning around. Got the ball now.
Number 10.
12?
10.
10?
Yeah.
Madeline Scatchy actually got that goal. First goal of the second half. Just before the halfway mark. Classical has just been back on the heels playing defense. Shot. Flaherty hustles over, grabs it, and holds on. And couldn't keep it in. Wound up going out of play. It's been offense for Peabody, defense for Classical. And all the pressure by Peabody has paid off with 4 goals. One coming on a penalty kick to start it. Goes past the end line, out of play off Peabody. Flaherty get to kick it away again. Flaherty had no chance. That was a perfect shot. Just high enough to get over her head, under the top crossbar. Coming in to the far corner from where they were shooting, the far side, the near corner where you're watching it on your screen. They blew the whistle because they're in the middle of a substitution. I don't think the sub was off the field, so they'll do it again. We're just past the halfway mark of the second half. Once again, Flaherty kicks it away. She's been a busy young lady tonight. She's gonna sleep well tonight. Slips past Glasgow. Glasgow knocks it away and they knock it out. Knocked out. And whether it was the first half or the second half, watching this game, you were getting a stiff neck because you kept leaning to one side. It was almost like the field is tilted. Glasgow just can't get the ball out of their own end. Rolling in and coming over defensively. Again, it was loose out in front. Flaherty was out of the net, and the defender came over and got a piece, blocked the shot, and it went out. They called it off Peabody. So Flaherty and the defense have been called on to make some plays. Page knocks it away and it goes out of play. Blocked. Page got a piece of it. Glasgow trying to knock it upfield, lost it, and it rolled out. Popped straight up in the air. Glasgow got a piece, and they can't keep it in. Peabody's going to get a corner kick coming from the near side. Out in front. They got a header on it. They got knocked away. Popped up again. Flaherty grabs it. She gets knocked down. It was bobbling around. Nobody could get a piece of it. It was on the turf. Peabody kind of just touched it. Flaherty grabbed it, and just as she did, Peabody player ran into her and knocked her down. We had a whistle against Peabody. Thurman's played well. She just hasn't had much help when she gets it into the Glasgow end, and it hasn't been there long into the Peabody end. It goes out off Glasgow. Almost looked like they got a hand on it, and they did call it. The ball went out, so the whistle was a little bit late. They tip it by. Big save by Flaherty again. She has been outstanding. Colleen Crotty looked like she was going to walk right in. She did walk in by herself. Flaherty came out to cut down the angle, and just as she was trying to shoot it by her, Flaherty just said, "Not against me." She just smothered that shot, held on to it. Outstanding save by the young lady. Again, the score is 4-0. It could be 8, 9, or 10. She's been outstanding in that because all she's done is watch Peabody bring the ball down court and take shots. And that shot's going to go wide and out of play. Nice play by Izzy McGaw. He took it away, kicked it upfield. Peavy's there to knock it back the other way. Shot out in front. Peabody reaching around. Page got a foot on it, but it went right to Flaherty. She made another save. She's got a few. Another shot. She grabbed it right in front of a Peabody player. Any kind of a ball that's going to get tipped in. Haskell knocks it away. Peabody knocks it deeper, but they knock it back on the classical end. Mannion battling. They tip it ahead. And it finally goes out. I believe went out off classical. Coming from the near side. It's a corner kick. Haskell get a piece of it. Peabody trying to knock it in front. It got blocked nicely. I think that was McGaughy with a nice play. And it goes out of play. Ten minutes and counting left in this game. And classical fans and the classical team are going to be happy this is coming to an end. They knew coming in this was a tough assignment for the classical Rams. They depleted, having at least 5 of their best players sitting with injuries, not able to play. Shot, Flaherty makes the save. So the only thing I'm able to do is just try to keep Peabody off the board. He tried to tip it in front. Classical knocks it out. It'll be a corner kick for Peabody coming from the far side. On top of having your 5 players out, it means other players have to switch around, play different positions, not do what they're used to doing. Loose out in front. Classical knocked it out again. Peabody will do it again from the far side. So Peabody's going to get their 3rd win. And Classical is just going to keep battling, hoping to get those players back soon. Loose in front, blocked, and knocked away nicely. I think that was Page again. Thurman going 90 miles an hour trying to get there first. Peabody got there first and knocked it out. Talking to Chloe Keebro before the game, she said it was her toe banged up the last game. She was hoping they've got a game, I think Friday, she said. She said she hoped she would be back for that one. Carenti with the throw-in. Classical can't get a shot off. Peabody knocks it into the Classical bench area, and he'll take the throw-in from there. Down the far side, trying to throw it in front, and that's one of the few times that Doucette has come out of the net, anywhere near the net, to make the play. Still wasn't a shot on net. She went and got it. Nice takeaway by Classical. Peabody coming back down deep. Defense gets there and shuts it off. At the side of the net, picked off and cleared away, and now cleared further away. Flaherty will come out and pick it with a white shirt bearing down on her. Hicks it high in the air near midfield. Knocking it deep. Peabody trying to keep it in. They get there, they center it, and it gets knocked in the net. Great hustle to keep it in. And a big-time play coming down the middle and getting a piece of it, I think with her body. And she knocked it home. Trying to see who scored the goal. Just going to the net and getting a piece of it and knocking it home. Caitlin Rice was the one that got that goal. And we got 5 minutes left in this one, with Peabody leading at 5-0. And it's just been total domination by Peabody. I don't think anybody expected anything different coming in, with all those players sitting watching this one. And it's going to go by the end line, and Flowery will get to kick it away again. Another long day here at Manning Field. This starts off, we had a triple header Monday with the boys. Now we got a triple header with the girls. English and Marblehead take center stage next. And a big one coming up, the nightcap. St. Mary's and Austin Prep, two teams that generally battle it out for the Catholic Central Championship. Mackenzie Shea with it, tips it back, popped up, headed by Peabody. Shea has it, coming back, battles and takes it away again. And once again, deflected away by Glasgow, and they start it back the other way. Trying to knock it deep, Peabody's there to knock it away. And they're going to blow the whistle, and that's going to do it. So Peabody had a big first half, getting three. The penalty kick that started it all, Haley Lamasny knocked it home. They got two more, and they got two more in the second half to make a total of 5. Glasgow never got near the goaltender, Shelby Doucette. She didn't have to make a save the entire game. It was total domination by Peabody. They kept it in the Glasgow end almost 100% of the time. And watching now, Glasgow players on crutches and limping, the people that couldn't play, losing all those big-time players, really cost them. They couldn't get anything going offensively at all. And Peabody will pick up their third win of the season as they win it, shutting out Link Glasgow 5-0. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.